Air is any energy that expands. Earth is any energy that contracts.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's it.
Next question. Is the Earth the only plateau for physical interaction?
The physical Earth? Absolutely not. Anything on, so in old ancient religious texts, anything, Earth, when they say the Earth was without form and void, for instance, in Genesis, that means anything on the 3-dimensional level. That's what that means. Anything on the 3-dimensional level. So guess what that means about the so-called aliens? If they're physical, you already know the rest.
Okay. This is good, y'all. This is good. Let's get to the next question. Seeing a hexagon aura over the sun today, what could this mean?
It could mean a number of things, sister. It could mean a number of things. Remember what we see technically is what registers mathematically through our eyes to the optic nerve into our brain, and it's interpreted in here. So the hexagon was in here, sis. Okay. Yeah.
So 10 other people could look at the same sun this sister looked at and did not see a hexagon because it wasn't in here, you're saying?
Or 10 people could have seen it because the mathematics were being projected to them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this going. She said, am I losing my mind then? She crazy.
Absolutely not, sister. Absolutely not.
Oh,
absolutely
man.
not. Then that's most likely an indicator that this is what's happening. Everybody could feel it in their own way.
Yeah.
Everything on the 3-dimensional plane is elevating in vibration. You know how you know? Because it's uncomfortable. It's different. It feels different. The days are going faster. You know, right? Okay. So it's just I would say, sister, it's an indication that that energetically, you shaking and moving, you rising to the occasion.
Right.
There you go.
They want to know, how can they join your class, my brother?
Reach out. You could find me on Instagram, Life of a Grand Sheik on Instagram, or Sharif Bey on Instagram. You could find me on Facebook, Sharif N.I.L. Bey. There you go. Either way, just reach out. We are forming some things. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely forming. And I want to say this, right? See, the sister asked, how should you join the class? I'm also the Grand Sheik of a local Moorish Science Temple of America, right? What I'm talking here, is it Moorish Science? Absolutely. Am I proselytizing to get people to join the Moorish Science Temple of America? No. You don't got to join to learn this. You see what I'm saying? Can you attend our temple meetings? Absolutely. Do you have to join? No. Will you still be taught? Yes. But what I'm talking about is something separate from that.
Right.
Okay? It's something separate from that I will be offering for those that are interested.
All right. Okay. Does this knowledge belong to us or something higher?
We are something higher.
I knew you was going to say that.
That's why you're getting it. Because there's a responsibility. Now you have to be something higher.
Yeah. What's the best way to raise your energy?
Oh, beautiful. Oof. That I could give a short answer, or I could give a very long answer. The very long answer would involve taking our bioenergetics course. And we're not offering it right at the moment, but we will be offering it soon. And there's some very, very specific and direct. A lot of the profound stuff, sister, is very simple, which is why it's secret. You see what I'm saying? Because it is simple, right? Now, in a very simple sense, right? Remember we said that psychic or psychological energy, the power of thought, is an energy source. How many times have any of you been in the dumps? Like, oh man, right? And for some reason, because we don't do this often, we have to do it more often. For some reason, something hit you and you said, you know what? I don't care about all that, man. I'm gonna live my best life, man. What do? What did you just do? Raised your vibration. You raised your vibration of thought. You see what I'm saying? But it takes a monumental effort. Why? Because we get beat down so much by the world, and because we've been miseducated by the European psychology. We think the real world is out there and it just affects us and we're helpless. That's what we think. That's backwards. It's the other way around. You see?
Oh, yeah.
And every so often we get it, but we don't remember afterwards. We go right back to the old thinking. Every so often we're like, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I don't care what the world is doing. I'm going to stand up straight. And when you do, everything changes, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's sometimes what I find throughout my life, Sharif, is sometimes, like, let's say I'm reading a book or I'm in the park and I'm meditating. It's wonderful. But when life keeps coming at you and when you're in the middle of the concrete jungle, it's easy to be a monk in the mountains. But when you're in the middle of America in the concrete jungle and you have to apply that at when rent is due, when your baby mama's this or your kid's that, and then this, and then there's so many things coming at you all at once, it's a little harder to apply this.
It's very hard. It's very hard. But now watch this. I'm going to remind all of you of something in myself too, right? You realize that the word, like we call ourselves, we're identified as Black people, right? You realize that word in the modern English came from Old English and Latin, negro, right? We all know this, right? Well, in the Latin languages, you could replace the O and the U or the C and the G and not change the meaning of the word. So negro means necro. You understand that? Do you realize that think about all the stuff that we have accomplished in America? Yes. The street light, come on, I don't have to go through. We all know, right? Yeah. We all accomplished this stuff not knowing who we are. Do you realize that we meet people and we know people every day that have no idea what it's like to not have a collective national memory? They don't know what that's like. Irish people don't know what it's like to not know they're Irish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
We did all of this with no memory, no collective national memory.
That's some bad shit. Damn.
We the gods. Period. See?
There you go.
See?
There you go.
This is what it is. We've done all this with nothing.
Right.
All right. So remember that.
Yeah. When it got you. Love how you said it. Love how you said it, my brother.
Remember that.
Let's get to two more questions, then we're gonna get out of here. Two more questions.
No doubt.
This next question: are the lakes of black water on the seafloors doorways to other planets and dimensions? Thank you. They taking you there.
Answer, that's a powerful question.
They taking you there.
The short answer: very likely. Very likely. Okay. And the short answer to that is very likely. Okay. I'll say it this way. There are many areas of our planet, especially in the ocean, that are so underdiscovered.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And there's certain people, some people I know personally that have been part of special access projects, in other words, above top secret projects, that talk about portal technology, talk about naturally occurring portals on the planet and artificial ones that they've tried to make. They've told me personally that they have not yet mastered the artificial ones, and there's lots of accidents, right? But the natural ones, in almost every instance that they can access, have some type of ancient monument present, which means the ancient people knew and used them, right? And that these portals open along certain key time periods relative to stellar and planetary alignments. Okay, so my short answer to that is quite possibly. Yes.
Okay, last question. And I got to do a show with you specifically sometime because I'm enjoying this metaphysical run we on, but I got to do a show with you on the Moors one day and really get some deep history, because there's so many different narratives out there about. We're gonna do a show one day.
Listen, let me say this. Shout out to, there's a Moorish American research team and think tank. I'm one of the founding members. It's called Ali's Men. Shout out to my brothers and comrades in Ali's Men. So that being said, it's one thing to be a believer in a religious faith tradition. It's another thing to be a researcher. So we don't want to do the anti-scholarly thing. The anti-scholarly thing is this: confirmation bias. Oh, I know what I want it to be, so I'm only going to look for information that supports what I want it to be. That's not scientific. See what I'm saying? As a researcher researching Moorish history or Moorish culture, I have to go into it knowing I might find something that might contradict my beliefs. Okay. Well, that's what we've done for over 15 years. We have not been dissatisfied. If there were times where we found something that contradicted our beliefs, it wasn't because the teachings were wrong. It was because our understanding of the teaching was wrong. See what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna get to this last question about the Moors. That's why I said that, because the last question gonna be about the Moors. But real quick, before we get to the last question, I had Billy on yesterday. I just drunk water. It made me think about it. We was talking about water and light and information. Do the different colored bottles that you drink the water from, do they project different information to your water? Because color is vibration, and color is mathematics, and color and color represents information. The answer is yes.
So is there preferred? Is there preferred
it
color?
All depends on what you're trying to see. This now, there you go. Remember, color is mathematics. It's just visual mathematics. There you go. And color represents visual numbers, right? Vibration. Vibration is energy. Energy carries information. Information. Okay, you get it? That's why each of the 7 Orishas, for instance, in Santeria or in Vodun, those Orishas like to wear particular colors. Okay. That's why Obatala has white. Right. That's why Yemaya Olokon is blue. All right. See it?
Got you. Excellent. Loving this conversation once again, family. Let's get to this last question, then I'll remind you about the conference. Last question: were there Moors in North America before the Prophet?
You better believe it. Absolutely. So what made Prophet Noble Drew Ali significant? 1, you didn't know that. 2, not only did Prophet Noble Drew Ali tell us that we are the descendants of those Moors, but he organized us along those lines of common ancestry and common American experience. See, that's what he did. He never said he invented Moorish Americans, or that he created Moorish Americans, or that it started with him. See that? The Moorish American movement did start with him. See? That's a great question, though. Do you want me to say more? Hello?
Didn't realize I had you on mute, my brother.
Oh,
I had the mute button on. I didn't realize it. My fault. All right. So yeah, family. Oh man, I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in tonight. What amazing week here on Black Magic 363. I hope y'all enjoyed all the shows. We ended it with the brother Sharif Bey. Shout out to King Simon in the chat. And
I love King Simon. Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout! I seen a couple of y'all got your tickets while the brother Sharif was speaking. Shout out to everybody who got their tickets. Once again, family, make sure you are there. Gathering of the Masters, August 10th and 11th in Georgia. This year it's going down. Brother Sharif, let me put the flyer on the screen before we get out of here. Absolutely. Brother Sharif Bey will be there with gifts. With the white powder gold, with instructions, and so many people are going to be present in the building. It's going to be a reunion. We're going to see so many people we haven't seen in a while. Oh, it's going to be an exciting time. So, family, make sure you get your tickets before they are sold out. There's limited space at this venue. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and I'm going to share it right now for y'all. But I can't wait, man. The brother's going to come there with the white powder gold. I can't wait because the brother was telling me about this behind the scenes. And I know, like, this, man, listen, and that breakdown you gave of it is going to be, wow, that was powerful.
Listen, there's even more. Like there is the historical and the religious significance in the info from those perspectives on white powder gold, but then there's also the quantum science and the quantum physics, right, which is very operative, which I'm talking about coming from scientists that have nothing to do with religion and nothing to do with spirituality that make this stuff.
Indeed.
All right.
Powerful. All right. So with that being, let's think, but no, only I'm going to be streaming the event. So yeah, people aren't allowed to, if you go on your camera and get some footage, that's one thing, but not the entire thing. I'm going to have my own crew there streaming at the event. So yeah, shout out to everybody coming through. Let me just see what else y'all talking about. Yeah, it's going to be the most epic event in 2024. Definitely. Oh, they saying it's 11/11 now. You was talking about Sharif, because you was talking about numbers being energy. Everybody. I've heard so many people talk about the 11/11, and since it's 11/11, what's your thoughts on energetically? What does 11/11 represent? Should so many people talk about it?
Well, the number 11 is I mean, people talk about 11 being a master number. Yes, of course it is, right?
Yeah.
11's yeah, it's a master number. There's so much wow, there's so much I could say about the number 11. Here's one thing I'll share. Everybody's heard of Aleister Crowley, right? Aleister Crowley in 1904, he was a member of he was first a member of he got his start in a Rosicrucian order called the Order of the Golden Dawn. All right. Now you want to talk about synchronicity? Watch this. The Order of the Golden Dawn, and the members of the Order of the Golden Dawn know what I'm talking about. They've actually talked about it, right? Mm-hmm. Here we go. The symbol for the main symbol for the Golden Dawn, right, is a 6-pointed star. What are the what are the initials for Golden Dawn? GD. Shout out to my brothers in the Midwest and the Chicago, Gangster Disciples, Larry Hoover. All right, there you go. So the Golden Dawn people know this, by the way. They know that connection. But anyway, right? Crowley started with the Golden Dawn, which is a Rosicrucian order. Then later, he wrote a book called The Book of Lies. And in that book, he inadvertently and innocently exposed one of the secrets of another order called the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. Mm-hmm. So it was such a deep secret that they approached him and said, we'll induct you in our order so we can obligate you. So he became a member of the OTO. In 1904, on his honeymoon in Egypt, he runs into this individual who for 3 days ordered him to go to a particular place and kneel in a corner with a pen and pad. That individual stood behind him and dictated to him a book that they call Liber a Legis, or the Book of the Law. Mm-hmm. It was after this that Crowley called himself the B666 and said he was ushering in a new era called the era of Thelema. All right. In that book, a code was communicated, and the person who communicated it to him told him he would not be able to figure out the code, but one after him would figure it out. Well, that one was a man named Charles Stansfeld Jones. We called Frater Ahad, right? But Charles Stansfeld Jones, he figured it out, but he couldn't quite put it into a workable form to use, right? That didn't come around until computer technology happened. And it was a group of esotericists, right, in an order called the Builders of the Adytum, BTOA or BOTA, in Buffalo, New York, that developed a working English Kabbalah code based on the number 11. And it was this code that my good friend and colleague Alan Greenfield used on old UFO cases to crack the case and to get on the trail of the UFOs and the people behind the UFOs and the connection between UFOs and secret orders. When he wrote the book Secret Cipher of the Ufonauts, he exposed this code, and it got him in a lot of trouble.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Damn, man, you got information for days, man.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man. Wow. What a woo, woo, what a powerful show, y'all. What a 2 hours of we just hit the 2 hour mark, y'all. 2 hours of action-packed information. Somebody says, does the Discord come with the ticket purchase? Yes. Once you purchase the ticket, the Discord will be sent. I actually didn't send out the Discord link in about 2 days. So after tonight, I'm going to be sending out the Discord link. So a lot of you will get the Discord link tonight if you haven't gotten it. But give me about an hour and I will send it out to everybody. But yeah, once you purchase your ticket, you will get the Discord. I'm going to talk to Sharif and I'm going to get him the link to the Discord. And sometime next week, he'll come and chop it up with y'all. King Simon was just saying there today, I got to give it to Aquarius. And so